Hey guys, we are changing out a driver's side mirror today on this 2016 Ford Transit 150, I believe it is. Pretty sure this is the same for the 250s and 350s. So yeah, let's get started. First thing you got to do is open up the driver's door. Unfortunately, Ford's going to make us take the door panel off to do this. But there's a cover that goes over here. You just take a small screwdriver or trim panel tool, pop that off. Looks like there's another cover down here that's supposed to come off. Somebody's already had this off and just they're missing. So we've got to take those screws out. These are going to be 7mm screws. One there. One down in there. And it's nice too, if you drop the screw, there is actually a small ledge so it doesn't fall down in there. Then we've got another panel that's over here. Oops, let's switch spots. Once again, just get your little pocket screwdriver, pop the cover off. Then we've got a T20 Torx screw that's down in the grab handle. And looks like there's supposed to be a cover there as well that's also missing. Then we've got another one that's in here. I think that's a 7mm. Yep, it is. There's probably a cover that's supposed to go over that too, but it's missing. And then there's some spots on the very bottom of the door. The screws are actually missing. I'm not sure if they're going to be 7mm or Torx, but I'm guessing 7mm. So once you take those ones out, then I believe the door should pop off of here. Maybe we got to take the window switch out. I don't know. Don't know. Well, we'll unplug this anyways. May not have to do this. I don't know. We're just doing it on the fly, baby. Yeah, you would think after removing all 77 screws, the door should just come off. I'm obviously missing something. Better go read the manual. Look at that, guys. There's actually another screw down here. So my bad, there's 78 screws, not 77. Okay, so now we should just be able to undo all the plastic clips, pop, 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 and then just lift this thing up. And we've got this thing right here. This is your cable. There's a unlatching mechanism. It's actually really simple to take off. I just forget how to take these off. So, all right, I'm not even going to undo those cables because we don't have to take that off. So I'm just going to let it hang out there. I'm removing this cover right here. Just peel it off. Has butyl tape on the back of it. I can see somebody else has already been in here. And then we need to take this and this cover off. That's going to give us access to the mounting screws for the mirror. I'm just going to use a flathead screwdriver. Nice. Okay, it looks like we've got 10mm nuts. I'll trade you spots. All right, guys, so there's a connector here. You just take that off. There's sort of a Christmas tree clip. And then we can unplug it. This is for our light, or for all the power functions in the mirror, I mean. Then we've got another Christmas tree clip that's up here. Undo that. And this can just sort of hang out now that it's undone. Now we're just going to take these nuts out and we should be able to take the mirror right off. All right, they've designed this very nice for you. So if you drop the nut, it goes way down in here and you can't get it out unless you got a magnet. So don't drop them nuts. There you go. And you just grab a hold of your mirror and just give her a little firm tugging. There you go, we got our mirror off. Now we're ready to install the new mirror. All right, so these aftermarket mirrors, they come with some conversion plugs. I guess this must fit, you know, different optioned out transits based on what it's got. Ours just has a 6-pin, which is what's on it. So it looks like we don't actually need any of these, and hopefully everything works. Our mirror actually doesn't have a turn signal in it that we took off. So it might work, it might not, I don't know. All right, so you're just gonna feed the electrical plug down into this hole and then basically line this thing up. Yeah, so the bolt holes go, I guess this goes in between these. But you kind of just line those up. Make sure that that's sitting there right. We've got a magnetic bit driver because it's going to be a little bit tricky to actually use your fingers to start these nuts. What the hell is happening? Is that starting? Bit. All right, so even the magnetic bit driver that we have isn't going to work because the studs actually have like a Torx head that come out of them. So you can't even start the damn things with that, which is stupid. But anyways, where'd that 10mm socket go? All right, I just used a magnet and carefully just like hung it on the stud. And now I'm using a deep 10mm socket to just run it down. All right, guys, so the mirror is tightened on. You can see we've got this big gap right here. We bought these these mirrors from Amazon. This is just the good quality that you get nowadays online for cheap mirrors. Unless you want to cough out the big dollars for some OEM Ford ones that fit on there nice. That's what you're getting, baby. Hopefully it stays out of the way of the mirror or the window. All right, we plug it in, lock it, and then our wiring harness, it's supposed to go this way and down in there like that, but the wiring harness that they gave us, oh, maybe I can just pull it out of the mirror a little bit. All right, just give it a little pull. Wow, it fits, that's good. Okay, now I'm just gonna key on and we'll check it and just make sure that the turn signal works, which, I mean, it didn't have one before, so it doesn't really matter if it works or not. Negative. Oh, it works. Okay, that's sick. Okay, well, you got an upgraded turn signal on the driver's side and none on the passenger side, so that's cool. All right, we're just making sure that the power functions work, which they seem to be working, so that's good. All right, now we just need to put these plugs back in. Quality. Okay, now we got the thing with the butyl tape. Give that a firm push, just work it in. Should stick to the door. Pretty important that you actually stick that on there. It keeps moisture out and also road noise and wind. As you're driving down the road, wind will get into the door and you'll feel it blowing out of the handle and stuff. Sucks when it's the middle of winter time. It's not nice. Okay, now we just got to make sure that our little lock mechanism here passes through the door as we drop this down. Just like that. And I guess we kind of got to just line this thing up. Also, we got to make sure that our power window switch wiring is at the hole. That's important too. Yeah, that doesn't cup over that, does it? Yeah, I think it does. All right, so yeah, there was a trough in there. You kind of have to like hook the door onto the little trough there. Make sure those are good. Those are good. We're all lined up. Hit it like it owes you money. Seems to be good. Let's get all the screws back in and finish this thing up. All right, 7mm there. I can't see anything through that hole. This screw's gonna fall off. 7mm in there. I guess this is I seen that there was a light in here and maybe there's supposed to be a plug here. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's just a reflector lens. Let me know in the comments. This one's missing, so. All right, 7mm up here. Then we got, they switch over to Torx, which is hilarious. Why not just keep them all 7mm? I don't know. All right, I'll put this one on down here. Shucks. Then there's supposed to be the two on the bottom. Don't forget those. Then we got this one, which probably fell into here. There's one more 7mm. It goes in here. The covers you got to clip back on. Should be one here, one in behind this handle, one down in here, one in the top corner, that reflector lens, and one down in here. So we'll just plug that in. Boom, baby. I think that's it. Yeah. This we didn't unhook, so that's cool. If you got any questions, throw them in the comments. Hopefully the video helped you. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.